Awkward Steve has died, but we can try again. We can try again. There is a knock at the door. He is wondering what he should do. Should he go outside and meet his friend Adam? He hasn't really talked that much to Adam. Maybe they shouldn't be friends. But no, they are on friendly terms. Yes? No? No. Perhaps no. No. Most likely. No. No, that would be foolish. I mean, there are so many party monsters out there. He is afraid of them, and if he confronts them, it'll just be awful to him. It wouldn't be good for him to go outside and get outside of his comfort zone. Mom is saying he should do that. She's always saying he should be doing that, but Mom doesn't realize how difficult it is for him. He really, really wanted to enjoy himself at a party, but well, his first party was with stuffed animals, and the stuffed animals were not as friendly as real friends. Okay, Steve decides to go out to the party. Party, he's going to the party. Yes, he can do this. He can build up the courage. He's built up the courage. No, he does not. He spent so much time building up the courage, he died and turned into a skeleton. Poor Steve. And so therefore the only answer is yes. Yes. He will go outside and meet his friend Adam. He will no longer be scared. He will be brave. It is important that he be there with the others. But what is his plan of attack? He shall create a disguise. That way, if things are awkward, as they tend to be for Awkward Steve, he will not get in trouble. He disguises himself as an ordinary laundry basket. This should work perfectly, he says to himself, as he crawls out of the bathroom, confident that everyone will soon love him. Unfortunately, Steve does not realize how disturbing it is. Everybody laughs at him. Everyone hates him. And Steve dies from embarrassment. Let us not fashion a disguise. Let us cause a distraction instead. That way no one shall be there when Steve exits the room. He shall call a bomb threat.
Hey, there is a bomb!
Hey, who said that?
Not Steve. Steve isn't here.
Steve waits for people to leave, for the party to end, and he realizes he can make his escape while everyone is leaving, while the music is off. But he hesitates. But he hesitates. No, Steve! Steve cannot do it. He cannot bring himself to leave. And the party restarts. Steve has lost his window of opportunity.
Oh, whatever. "27 problems only introverts will understand."
He looks up things on the internet, but he's not an introvert. He's just afraid of the people outside who are doing drugs and being awful. Steve decides to trim his beard. He has never trimmed his beard or cut his hair at any time in his life. Well, he has gotten a haircut, but not a beard cut, and Steve dies from the idea of shaving. Let us try again. Perhaps Steve can play a board game. The game of dead. Steve is dead. He's very, very dead. So he decides to check his phone. But there is nothing there. No one is on the line, no one will call him, no one will talk to him, and he is actually really dead. He is truly, most sincerely dead, and you cannot choose an answer here. He's dead no matter what. All video games should end like this, with death, because all life ends like this, with death. But the flame of passion burns bright. And so Steve wakes up to the sound of knocking at a door. The bathroom door. Steve wonders, could it be? It sounds like a hug. He wouldn't know. He's not quite sure what hugs feel like. He's not been hugged ever since the day his older sister hugged him at the movies. But then Steve learned that he didn't have an older sister, and they kicked him out of the film. He's never been allowed back in that movie theater. Perhaps they've forgotten. Perhaps they would let him go back to the movie theater. Steve is not brave enough. Not brave enough to see if that's true or not. He shall knock twice. No. Tell the person at the door, no, it is not Steve. He does not want anybody to know he is there. What if it's the movie theater manager come to defeat him?
I recognize your breathing. Nice try, Steve.
Steve grabs his beard anxiously, wondering what he should do next. When he gets letters. More letters. This is Adam, Hart. We have class together. Adam, the one who wrote a nice thing to him on the internet?
Can I sit here? It smells less like drugs here. I'll be quiet.
Yes, you can sit on the other side of the door. Just don't expect me to open the door and let you inside. So now Steve will be sitting on one side of the door while his friend Adam sits on the other. And clearly this is a reference to the story of Pyramus and Thisbe. The story which of course was told by Ovid and Shakespeare, and also Blue Yoshisaurus 5657. Awkward Steve reaches into his pocket, grabs a pen, and decides to write a note to Adam. He decides to write about his roommate.
So how do you know my roommate, Dick?
He wonders how he knows his roommate because, well, Adam seems like a nice person, but the roommate is not. Why would a nice person know such an awful person? They used to date, Steve wonders. Why? That's so awful. Why would you date someone like that? He responds, me too. Me too. I'm also sorry I used to date such a horrible person. And so Steve decides to write about cool dudes. Perhaps that will be cool. You're cool, dude, Adam. You're a cool dude, Adam. With a cool hairdo. Why aren't you hanging out with other cool dudes? Shouldn't you be hanging out with other people, not me?
I'd rather hang out with awesome Steve than 50 loud drunkos.
Drunkos are awful, but Steve can't accept the fact that he is an awesome Steve. No, he's an awkward Steve. That's what his mother has called him. He doesn't know who this other Steve could be, and so he decides to have a cookie.
You think you could get me a cookie? Please?
Steve loves cookies, and he takes extra care to send the cookie message under the door. Oh, smiley face have too? Oh, that's so wonderful. That is fantastic. That is the greatest. Steve's friendship with Adam is shaping up